Encryption, the invisible safety net. So what exactly is encryption? Encryption is used to protect transmitted information by scrambling the information to keep it private. Users encrypt messages and information by utilizing secret numerical codes, or an indecipherable arrangement of characters, also known as encryption keys. Algorithms are based on mathematical equations and are similar to the Rubik's Cube. You must solve the formula in the right order to get the pieces into their proper alignments. The creator controls who will be able to decode the information. Now that we know what encryption is, let's talk briefly about where it started. The ancient Egyptians were one of the earliest users of encryption by using hieroglyphics to substitute pictures for words and thus making codes. Through the years, encryption has been used frequently during war times with scrambling transmissions of confidential information that consisted of war strategies. All of these circumstances had led to the creation of the National Institute of Standards of Technology. While there are several different types of encryption, the three most common types are hashing, symmetric, and asymmetric. Hashing is a method used to identify the owner of unique information. It takes data and creates a fixed length value, which is also called a hash value. Once the hash procedure has been executed, it is irreversible. Hashing is also used to sort passwords so they don't need to be sent publicly across a network. In symmetric encryption, the same key is used for encryption and decryption. Although symmetric encryption is fast, both the sender and receiver need to have their systems ready with the proper settings in place prior to using this type of encryption. In asymmetric encryption, two different keys are used, one to encrypt the data and a second different key that is used to decrypt. Because it is slower and more complex, it isn't typically used for essential, important information. There are a variety of ways your information can be compromised on the internet, such as worms, viruses, phishing, and Trojan horses. Worms do not require a person to spread the infection. A virus requires a person to use a program with the attached infected file. Similar to a cold virus, the infection is spread by a person when they sneeze. Phishing refers to an attack using email to try to obtain personal information. A Trojan horse disguises itself as a program, but is very damaging. So, what should you ask yourself regarding the safety of your information? All of these questions are important to answer when considering if your personal information is at risk, and if you need to worry about the risk. Knowing where you're storing your information is important, as some places or sites are more secure than others. Having a strong password makes hacking it more difficult. Who is in control of your password and where is it stored? Are you using a website you trust and is well known? Is your information being stored remotely or is it on the cloud, making it vulnerable? So you may be wondering if you need to use encryption. Encryption can benefit just about everyone, from a person shopping from home on their personal computer, to businesses and organizations that want to keep their information confidential, to doctors that need to follow HIPAA regulations, and even schools. Unless you want your personal information made public, encryption should be in use. The use of encryption is growing very rapidly. iPhones and Androids encrypt all data on the phone right out of the box. PCs, MacBooks, Chromebooks, and even Linux-based systems all have advanced encryption protocols, even if sensitive or valuable data is not kept on the device. Whether people realize it or not, encryption is everywhere and is only advancing. This is leading up to quantum cryptology, or unbreachable data. Encryption is a safety net of sorts to try to maintain security for personal information. It isn't foolproof, but when enabled, it does provide protection. Everyone has some type of information they would prefer to only share with certain people. This dates back to ancient times where the roots of encryption started. The three main types of encryption used in today's society are hashing, symmetric, and asymmetric, each of which provides security by different methods. Making sure to ask questions about what type of security levels you desire is an important step. By doing so, you can ascertain whether changes need to be made. When it comes to security, any type of protection is better than no protection. We hope you've enjoyed our presentation and are able to glean some useful information to apply to your security needs.